Hello and welcome to another episode of Motorsport Manager with Levingston Motors, and we're at the first race of Season 3. Technically we have the 9th best car on the grid, but Predator Racing, as you'll see, have the 7th best gearbox, and that is a very critical part with the engine now spec. So we really need to get on that gearbox. This season I don't care about the brakes or the suspension. Brakes maybe a little bit, but not really the suspension. It's like, the thing is, it's ordered in importance, so engine's the most important, then it's the gearbox, then it's the brakes, then it's the front wing, and then it's the suspension. So the suspension is irrelevant while our gearbox is so poor. Merit payments, don't really want that yet. So once these votes we don't really care about. But we used all our votes in power last season to get the first the engine specs, I think it was. Engelhart is angry. He has the worst car apparently, and of course he is the number one driver. So what we have done is try and counter. I'm going to try and weight strip these parts. The problem is, I kind of think they're getting a better car than each other. The problem is that it's a crucial part, 71%. I was hoping to be a bit higher than that. Heavy rain. Is it rain all day? Because if it's sunny and then rain, I might waste strip one just because. You need to, because our gearbox is too weak. We just have to avoid pushing. It's 30 laps. It's quite long. Very high tyre wear. Is this going to be a track where we can't really push and play the long game here with people having to stop for repairs and stuff like that? It might very well be. But I will take care of practice. It'll be Max Porter's first race for the company, for the racing team. We'll see how he does. He does have the worst car. Engelhart, better driver with a better car. He has to do better than Porter. And of course, our goal, as always, even though we're expected to finish 10th, because that's what I picked, our goal will still be to beat Predator Racing. That is the end of practice. We get level 3 for soft tyres and the race trim. And we get a 1-2. Engelhart finishing half a second above Max Porter, who finishes second, so a strong practice performance from the team, but of course we were pushing. Nobody else does that in practice. Firebird, Zampelli, Octane, Garuda, the top racers there, top racing teams. But we're going to be competing with Archer, especially Alcedar. Rogers is the weaker driver. Dragon Racing Team China. If you compare their pre-season results. In that pre-season test, they did quite well with one of the cars, but the other car did rubbish. So we'll see how they play out. And of course, Predator 19th and 20th. Evans is terrible. Santa Ana not too much better. I think she's an alright driver, but in a crap car. We could take heart from this result. I don't know how fast a 111 is in the grand scheme of things. But Engelhart, both drivers got the push order. Engelhart getting half a second over his teammate. The golfing class and the golfing quality between driver and the car as well, really showing there. And our setup should be alright. A little bit awkward at first, but we got there. There was no rain to start the race, but we know rain is due. One thing I've noticed, the race stripping, they've changed it. It used to be if you lost 5% reliability, you used to get 15 performance. Now it's only 5. So it's not really worth it. Ooh. Oh, God. Love that. I forgot I had this. It's been a while. You see, Max Porter's tyre wear is not great. That, I've already got that. I'm guessing due to the practice, so that could be useful. Because it allows me to push more, which I should. Yeah, I'm going to use that because it allows me to push harder, which should give me more time than a 50% performance increase, especially with a crappy car like I've got. So I think everyone's fine. Yeah, got his hand in the spot on in the end. 94% no. These two aren't amazing. Max Porter, Black Sea. Toy Choice Ruby soft tyres because they're the only ones that can go 10 laps. And they need to go 10 laps. These are going to go 68 and not even, and that's without pushing. So the thing is, I'm guessing that Engelhart super softs can go longer. I'm actually going to use that setup. I got the downforce wrong, unfortunately, so I'll save that. Actually, first things first, I've already got one for him for Black Sea, and it wasn't very good. Although it was wet. So I will save. I'll actually keep that for now, and I'll save this as Black Sea dry. I don't know how much of an impact weather has on his setup, but I knew it was quite different to the one I've got here. I had to make quite a few changes to it. Of course, my car's changed, so it changes the things you need as well. Yeah, 8 to 10, 12 to 14, so he'll go on softs as well because he can push more. I'm going to keep them on 12 laps. First of all, I suspect, based on that practice, Engelhart is going to have an easier time here, and the gap between the two teammates is going to be pretty big. Engelhart's, I think, the best driver in this championship at the minute, and a better car than Porto anyway. Yeah, we're going to have to push to start off with, but we've got to be careful. I mean, once again, Engelhart has a nurse, so he can push a lot longer as well. That's why I'm using that in the minute over the percent performance increase. Because these both are going to allow me to push a lot longer, especially Nurse. Nurse, I probably won't have to worry about repairs at all if I play it right. And that's going to give you, what, a good 15 odd seconds. You know, not having to repair your gearbox is going to be very valuable. You know, brakes, and that's the one downside, to be fair, of making an engine spec, is that it's one of the longest parts to repair. So I do give up an advantage, but I pumped all my reliability that I could into the gearbox. Into my gearboxes, and if the other teams had to repair the gearbox, I'm going to gain time on that. So let's start this race. It's a new season. Evans on pole, due to alphabetical order, I think. Or is it completely? No, I think it's completely random. Max Porter in 8th, you won't keep that. Engelhart down in 12th with Santa Ana, we want to beat. Yeah, a lot of the top teams down here, you know, Diosta for Firebird, Octane, Garuda. I think Silver pretty good as well. Although Dragon Race in China get a bit screwed over here. Both their drivers right at the bottom here. Should be an interesting race. There's usually a lot of crashes. There's going to be rain apparently, so we'll have to keep an eye on that weather. Because if we can avoid repairs, other teams are probably going to have to repair. If we can avoid repairs and time the inter or wet tyre to perfection, we're going to have a good race. But we are going to have to play the long game, so I suspect we won't have a great start because our gearbox is trash. Engelhart makes a push onto Santa Ana, who gets past Gerard, a Firebird. Porter down into 9th, dropping a position to Gorge from the new team Zampelli. They will do well this season. Porter into 8th temporarily. Engelhart is up into 11th, overtaking Batista. But there's Chu. We're making a push on Santa Ana, but that's going to allow Chu to go straight past into Zampelli, the best car on this grid, most likely. Or at least the second best. Our gearbox here costing us big time. You see that slow acceleration. So into turns, you know, his overtaking is really good. But as you can see, coming out of a turn, you just can't speed up. But we are working on it. Porter into 7th. That's a surprise. I'm surprised he's doing so well, actually. He's stuck in the crowd, though. Up into 6th. So no one's pushing the tyres, but we do have the trait. Porter into 5th. Evans drops down into 2nd now. Santa Ana in 13th. Into 11th. Engelhart making another move on Batista. Can't get past him. Porter tries to get into 4th position. Oh, the Predator getting in the way of both cars. Gorgeous passing. So is Porter into 3rd position. Where's the rain? No rain. Got to be careful. We don't want to push too hard here. People are not pushing the tyres. I don't know why. It's cold. We're up into 10th. This is why we're gaining position. No one's pushing the tyres. And our tyre wear is pretty good if you look. Okay, push now. We're up into 3rd position with Porter. 10th for Engelhart. Evans is dropping like a stack of spuds. We're past Santa Ana. We're miles past her. But Lamb there in the silver racing car getting past us. But not for long. Engelhart keeps his position. Still no rain. You can turn down your car. But Porter will keep pushing. I mean, you can turn down your car, Porter. Engelhart's getting overtaken here by Lamb again. But Porter in 3rd position. He's having one hell of a race so far. Engelhart is not happy. He wants his 10th place back. He's got the Oster of Firebird. I think they were finished 3rd last season, something like that, all over the back of him. Why is all over the back of Lamb here? Lamb is actually slowing down the car, trying to overtake Engelhart, allowing him to keep his position. But Santa Ana there is very low. Evans is still in 7th. That's not going to last. I'm worried about my condition a bit, to be honest. We went to 10th for Engelhart, overtaking Lamb in the end. Push with your tyres. These are the top team from... Well, these are the Division 2 teams and Palace, so there's no point really defending against these guys. Let them waste their engine and their reliability. We'll take it back. Coach can't get past you. They're in a better car, mate. People are pitting already. That's rain. That's rain. That's rain. That's in the rain. It's lap 14. We've got 12 laps of fuel. If I pit if it enters, I'm going to have to pit again. I don't have 15 laps of fuel. So it's a 3-stopper, this race. It is a 3-stopper. I might want to stop now, to be honest, like they've done. Because you get full use out of your tyres. You're going to pit first. If you pit now, it's lap 7. We need to get, what, 7 laps out of these tyres? Okay, what I'm going to do is one more lap. And get them onto softs. Because that'll be the faster tyre. But the rain is coming. Engelhart now pushing like a madman. All over the back of Batista. Gets past him with ease because we're pushing there, not. You're going to pit for soft tyres. Might as well follow up because it'll make the next pit stop easier. Porter is currently in first position. Good for him. So we'll speed it up a bit. Engelhart in fourth. We are catching because we're pushing. And I've got Hell Leather. He only needs to make these last 5 laps, so that's fine. Fill up. Pack conditions looking okay for now. Engine's gone down quite a bit, but because it's spec, it starts off at 80. No mistake for Engelhart, that's good. I think some people haven't fueled up with how that's gone. So we've even got Evans above us, so that's not really a problem. We'll speed it up a bit, because they're not pushing as hard, so we'll catch up. Porter in the pits. No mistake for him. He comes out just ahead of Engelhart. Engelhart has gained on him there. So 13th and 14th with people at the top still to pit. But we can afford to push. And I think we've fueled up a lot more than these guys have. I think they fueled up a short stint. The question is it going to be inters and then wet? Because it did say heavy rain. And it is three lines there. Porter is making an absolute mad dash. Both teams are. Well, both drivers are. Porter into 11th, into 9th, into 8th. Engelhart going to get into 9th position. Evans is up ahead. We need to overtake him. But so far it's a good race, but it could be undone by this heavy rain. Depends if it'll last. So it's going to be inters for like, what, 3 or 4 laps. So we want to go into inters. Porter's form is terrible. I don't know why, he's doing well. Engelhart all of the back of Porter. I'm going to let him fight. I'm not going to play any favourites today. That might allow Diostolo to come across. People are painting onto the inters now. That is definitely the wrong move. And that is Batista, so he's out the race. He's gone. The guy behind us, Diostolo, is pushing like a madman. Can't get past us though. Evans on a fresh set of dries. That's some poor strategy. So 5th and 6th for Porter and Engelhart respectively. Engelhart couldn't get past Porter. The problem here is I expected Engelhart to fly past Porter, so I didn't think they'll be stuck together, because now I'm going to have to double stack. Maybe I'll have to come down now. This is where the soft tyres will come in handy. They wouldn't have overheated by now, and I could keep pushing. Because obviously we don't have the... Well, Porter doesn't have the trait for super softs, only the softs. But it is Firebird, so I'm not too bothered. You know, we're well ahead of Santana and Evans here. Engelhart finally loses his position. That is enough for Diostolo. He won't go after Porter. I think it's going to be wet tyres, but it's going to be some time. Right. It's going to be inters and the final stint might be wets. Porter's going to come in first. That's fine. Cool down your tyres. There's the rain. Might have done this a bit wrong, actually. I think Porter's got it perfect. Right, go and go. I think Porter's got this spot on. I don't know about Engelhart. Might be a bit late here. The rain's hit a bit earlier than I expected, to be honest. Evans doesn't have to pit again. Even if he overtakes, it won't be for long. Don't want to attack with Potter just yet. I don't think he's on the right tyre. Yeah, Evans has already just out the pit. That gap is massive. Right, here we go. Engelhart's coming out the pits. He should come ahead of Porter here, actually. People are stayed out on the dries. That is a mistake. Porter gets ahead. And here we go. Ooh. No, it's not going to be wet tyres. It's going to be... That might be dries. That might be dries. Might be a very... Right at the end. Everyone's out on dries, though. That is the wrong tyre here. Wrong tyre. That would be... That we could... We're not going to get a podium. But we could get a very high finish here. People are still on dries. That is a massive mistake. That's a huge mistake. We come ahead of everyone in the pits on the looks of it. People are making repairs. Just count it down for now. We're quite some distance away from everybody else. We'll cool down our tyres a bit. We're gaining on Sabato here. That's Dragon Racing. Santa Ana still on dries. Gorg from top spot still on dries. That is a huge mistake. This could be a great race for us. It's been played to perfection. So far, no repairs. Inter's at the right time here. We're in the top 10 for both cars. People still on dries. This would be a huge start to the season if we get a top 6. There's 4 still, so we're looking at what, 5th and 6th, something like that. People making repairs. Santa Ana only come out the pits now. We're gaining. No, they're catching pretty fast. That was a. That is Dreyfus. Porter can attack. Just get past them. Is that behind? No one important. We're up into 4th position. 4th and 5th. If we can time it's going to be a dry end. If we can time this spot on, it's going to be an absolute marvellous race for us here. Just go watch that tyre wear. This could be. This will be a huge set of points. We're smashing everybody to bits. We're like 2nd on the constructors after this race. That's only because of Vexala though. We're only 10 seconds off the lead here. It's winnable. It is winnable. No, it's for Porter, not even Engelhart. Let's not get ahead of ourselves though. We'll get a top 10 out of this, surely. Attack. Oh dear. Yeah, I got a bit ahead of myself. Oops. Might have to fix that. Time that's to go. We'll see. We'll see. He's fine though. That nurse giving his suspension over 10%, so he's going to last the race. No. Damn, they're catching us even though we're pushing. Damn. If we're lucky, they'll get into a fight with each other, so it slows them all down. And we're changing here. Oh no, it's going to be interesting race. Okay, that's changed my strategy a bit, actually. I can afford to push a bit. I thought it was going to be a dry end. Might be a wet end, to be fair. So 4th and 5th on merit. Dreyfus has crashed. Is Engelhart catching top spot here? 12.9. Yeah, he is. Englehart's ever so he's catching the leader. Nice. And he's gained on 6th place as well. So 4th and 5th on merit. Batista only stopping once. Damn, that's a good strategy. He has the right strategy. He is in the pits though. Oh, he's going to need to pit. He's going to need to pit this lap. 27% for 8 laps. He's going to be in low engine mode for the rest of the race. I'm tempted to do that, to be honest. Save a second. So it's 13. Oh. What's the times? Who's got a pit? Well, they've all got a pit, aren't they? Haven't. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm going to risk it. Engelhart alone's going to get us enough points that we meet our target. I don't really care about anything else. I'm going to throw the dice. It should last. It should last. We have turned down with Engelhart, so he should start losing ground on the leader. Or maybe not. Go, go, go. Parts are perfectly fine, he can push. That's good. So at the minute we're on a podium. Porter is going to come out in 12th position. Some gap to Santa Ana though. That's Evans, but everyone else ahead of him's got a pit. Evans is in with a repair, so he's out. He's not doing out this race. He's finishing 19th. But we have gained ground on the top two. We've stayed out. Porter has to be in low engine mode. But we are attacking with the tyre. No mistake again. Engelhart coming out. Behind Porter! No, just ahead of Porter, and he slows Porter down. God damn it. Now it's all on Engelhart here. He's going to make moves. He was 3rd coming in. He could get a podium. Levingston Motors actually are competing for a podium finish here. With the 2nd worst car on the grid. It will be an absolute miracle if we get it. Who's in? That's Thomas. He'll come up before we get there. He was 2nd coming in. That's Santa Ana. Oh, Gerard has retired. One of the cars ahead of us has retired. We could get a podium now. Everyone ahead of us has got a pit apart from Thomas. That is black smoke for Santa Ana. She's gone. She's gone as well. Chew in with the mechanical. We've got 10 seconds on 12th place. You can just relax, you. Excess fuel for Engelhart. Go, 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 go. Antonov is in the pits. Diosta's gone first, but he needs to pit. That is Van Arnen in the pits with mechanical faults. Oh, it's a wet end. Antonov has gone on wets for the last lap. Literally, the last lap is wets. Oh. How's that going to play out? Everyone's going to... I think... Are people going to pit for wets? That's going to screw me over. Shite. Oh, man, that's guttering. So these people will be passing now in the pits. We need to get like a good lead on them. Goes on to Inters. Antonov is the only one on the wets. He's hoping that one lap will be worth it. Okay, back up now. We need to get past him this lap, to be fair. Like the last lap and a half, it is going to be a wet tyre. I mean, these are too far away. Oh, that's a penalty for Diosta. That's nice. He's still in the pits repairing his car. Porter's perfectly fine because we've gone low. Right, attack now. Trying to get to this Antonov here. That's fine, we haven't told us to go anyway. Mello has retired. He's behind us, so that doesn't matter. I think people ahead of us are gonna... Oh, he's gonna pit, but he's not gonna get the time. He needs to attack. Yeah, people are pitting. He's still... Oh, he's retired. It's Santa Ana. So Engelhart is going to jump into third for now. He's got to do 2 laps on the wrong tyre though. No, he's into second. He's going to be into third now though. Well, we can push with our engine a bit. Porter's about to get caught because he's on the wrong tyre. No, he is pushing his tyres, so he'll be able to defend for a bit. There we go. Now it's all about defending this podium position for Engelhart. We got 5th. I don't think 6 will catch us. His tyres are all shut anyway. Can Engelhart do it? Can he get a podium for Levingston Motors? Elstad is out of fuel. Yep, Porter's got 5th. It's over. It's over. Porter's got 5th. Can Engelhart defend 4th position, 3rd position? I think he can. It's going to be a podium for Levingston Motors. It's a glorious day. 3rd for Engelhart, 5th for Porter. We may have won the Constructors. I think we're 1st overall. 3rd and 5th. That's a huge result. It's a glorious result. The worst gearbox on the grid. We didn't have to make a repair. We got the tyre strategy just about right. We probably should have got on to wets at the end. We might have got 4th out of that one. Because Thomas did the same thing. He pitted. But who knows. What a day. Bravo team. Well, we're finishing 10th. Antonov wins. Engelhart was in 2nd then. What happened there? He finished 2nd, what the hell? 2nd and 4th? There shouldn't be any rule breaks. Oh, Diosa got sent down for a penalty. 20-second penalty. That's pushed both our drivers up, I think. Yeah, it must have. I think we got 3rd and 5th. Yeah, because Sarah Thomas took over as a 2nd place finish for Levingston Motors. And we've won the Constructors for day 1. Look at that, boys. What a result. What a result. We're top by 10 points. We're not going to keep the lead, and if we do get, if we do win it, I won't accept the promotion because we need to build a headquarters. But for one day, Levingston Motors are on top. Come on, team! Bravo! Brilliant race! Brilliant race! What a race! Worst gearbox on the grid, doesn't matter. Just does not matter. Oh, that's brilliant. Don't you crash on me now, don't you fucking dare. Expected result 10th, came in 1st, happiness plus 20%, plus 1.6 to marketability. Magnificent result. Brilliant result that is. The bigger thing is that in the first race of the season, Predator finished really poorly as well. And if we get these early points early, we're going to beat Predator with absolute ease. Oh, we got our average part. What did it get? What part did it get? I don't know. Who knows? Then another one. $288. Our current one is at what? One just got built at 258. Yeah, then the third one we can build with the plus maxes, improve it from there. We need a big boost like right now. Well, as big of a boost as we can get right now. Finances. Request some additional funds. We can't lose happiness, so we might as well do it. That'll pay us for a race, I think. Right, that was good. That was a good race. Let's see what they ask us. Which one of your drivers is better? Engelhart, obviously. But Engelhart must be delighted with that 2nd place finish. I think if we put Porter on the wet tyres, we might have got 2 podiums. We could have got 2nd and 3rd due to that penalty, but I don't know. I think we only overtook the guy that was in 3rd in the end simply because we didn't pit. So I don't think it would have mattered in the end. I think we got our strategy right for what we were trying to do. Plus 30 acceleration, that's what we got. And our factory will soon be upgraded, which is nice. I need to improve the reliability of the new one. This is the biggest part. Does that help us with it at all? Oh, we're 6 now. We're 6 for gearbox. What, with a 20 improvement? This could be a very good season. Push our gearbox up. Who knows what could happen. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. So let's play Motorsport Manager with Levingston Motors.